A new week and a new precept. All right. Today we begin on the precept of skillful speaking and listening. So the precept reads, aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I undertake the training to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring about joy and happiness to others and relieve my own and others' suffering. This precept is interpreted by Thich Nhat Hanh and addresses both sides of the equation, both speaking and listening, and gives us handholds for how to be more skillful in how we speak and listen, both to ourselves and others. Today, I'd like to focus on just the aspect of skillful speech. We are talkers all day long. All day long, we say things. We say things to ourselves in the privacy of our mind, and we say things to others in daily interaction. We say things, beautiful things, nasty things, useless things. We all do this. Now, how often do we say things, though, that we regret, that we wish we didn't say? Likely too often. Typically, we get into habits about what and how we speak, both to ourselves and others. But in mindfulness, we're interested in noticing three kinds of speech: the beautiful speech, the unwholesome speech, and the useless speech. And in seeing where they lead, seeing their effect on us and on others, because this directly affects our well-being. My worrying and regretting what I've said only leads to more worry, more regret, and more agitation. These experiences stress the whole system. They're harmful to our health. These are what we want to notice. Noticing when our minds and our bodies give us information that we've stepped in it. Most of the time, we know when we've misspoken. We know when we've lied. We know when we've been a little unkind, a little divisive, a little mean or abrupt. We also know when we've gossiped, talked about a friend behind their back, or talked just to fill the air, just to fill the discomfort of being quiet. Often, we can at least glint at the discomfort before we either quickly put it out of our mind or get away from the uptightness in our body, or before we sink into the vortex of rumination. Feel that. Feel the stress. This is how we create trouble for ourselves and others, by how we speak, and we suffer the consequences. We don't notice the mind's habit of chewing on the negative and glossing over or dismissing the positive. So the upsetting takes precedence. This is what keeps us up at night. This is what keeps us irritable and on edge during the day. This is what keeps our meditation restless and what causes stress. But gratefully, we aren't stuck. The mind can change with practice and patience and a bit of humor to notice when we've caught ourselves in the middle of the act or just after the fact of being unkind. We actually do want to see the unskillful, especially our own unskillfulness, because this is what we can reliably work with: our minds, our hearts, and our bodies. Better for us to make a game out of it, to deliberately try to catch ourselves in the act of speaking unskillfully to ourselves or others. What would that be like? Or if that feels too hard, to periodically check in throughout the day and just notice what the mind is doing. Is it ruminating on the upsetting? Is it resting in ease? Is it talking nicely to you or harshly? Or is it drifting into fantasy? No judgment, just notice. Just notice and breathe. Appreciate the noticing and breathe some more. Let yourself see and feel the stress and the unpleasantness, and keep breathing. unwind as much as possible. Let the stress unwind momentarily. 1 moment at a time. That's all we need to do. 1 moment at a time. Let it unwind. This is how we learn. This is how we learn, how we grow to be more aware and more resilient, how we let go of the unskillful and bring about the skillful by kindly noticing without judgment. Without judgment. It's hard to see and own up to our own unskillfulness. It's hard to feel the consequences of our mistakes, but it's so important that we remember we're all human. We're fallible. And this is how we learn, by seeing the mistakes. Now, likewise, we also want to see when we've been skillful in our speech. This too is actually a very deep learning, because our tendency is to gloss over or dismiss the good, the easeful, the smoothness of interactions. When things go well, we take it for granted. Silly us, really, because these are precious moments to be elevated and to be remembered, because this too is how we learn what to keep doing, how we train the heart in the ways of non-harm and goodwill. We learn what leads to good results. We learn what leads to peace, ease of mind and heart, harmony between people. Notice what it feels like when we're out in public and randomly someone smiles kindly at us, or acknowledges us, or apologizes to us. Notice when a partner or a friend says something hard in a kind way. What does skillful speech feel like on the receiving end? Drop in and see. Drop in and feel. Drop in and receive the message. Let the whole of the organism receive the wave of goodness. When we're out in public, notice what it is like to witness a customer complaint being met with true, deep listening, and see and sense when the person who is upset visibly calms down. What happens in your body, in our bodies, when we watch that? Learn to read the signs inside. Often we can glint at these inner experiences of joy or ease or peace or contentment in the body and mind. Notice these moments and breathe. Appreciate them and breathe. Recollect them and breathe. Maybe reflect on these moments at the end of the day as you lie in bed at night. Why not recollect all of the small kindnesses that were offered during the day, or received or felt? Let the mind dwell here on these uplifting moments and receive the message of kindness again. This is how the mind learns. This is how the heart learns to be more skillful, to feel more at peace, and to sleep in peace. This is a kindness to us. So let's learn the ways of skillful speech by tracking how we speak to ourselves in the privacy of our minds, how we speak outwardly to others, and notice the results, the effect. What does it feel like inside? What do you notice outwardly? This is good practice, really good practice. This month, let's bring caring attention to speech. Let's notice what we say, how we say it, why we are saying it, and its effect on us and others. No judgment, just notice and breathe. Discern skillful from unskillful, and gently steer the boat in the direction of non-harm and goodwill. We can do this. It's for our welfare, alone and together. Thank you. Thank you for your kind attention. All right, everyone. So now with kind eyes, let's caringly turn the attention to the body and see what it needs right now. Open it up, perhaps raise the arms over the head if you can. Clasp one wrist, lean over to one side, take a nice full inhalation, open up the whole of that exposed side. One full exhalation, settle it all the way down to the ground. Let that go, lean over to the other side. And again, another nice full inhalation, opening up the whole of the interior. One full exhalation, settling all the way down to the ground. Release the arms and put one hand on the opposite thigh or leg and look over in that direction. And in that twist, take a nice full inhalation, opening up the torso. Nice full exhalation, softening and settling all the way down through the torso into the base, onto the ground. Release that. Come on over to the other side. In that twist, looking over, a nice full inhalation, opening up the torso with the breath. Nice full exhalation around that, softening and settle all the way down to the ground. Release the arms and come back to center. Notice breathing is likely a little fuller. That's good. Now let's do some shoulder rolls, maybe forwards to backwards, 3 times going backwards, and then 3 times going forwards. I'll shake the shoulders out. Shake out the torso, just rock it around a little bit. Let it feel into something that feels comfortable and balanced. And as you're slowly feeling into a settled posture, draw the attention up the torso and feel for the alignment. And then when you get to the head and neck, gently drop the head down to the chest. And let's do 3 circles with the head. Big circles. Sweeping the chin against the chest, looking up to the ceiling, sweeping the chest down to the chest, back up to the ceiling. 3 times in one direction, 3 times in the other. Let that go, wobble the head around. Gently close the eyes, and last but not least, put your fingertips up to the jaw and gently rub the jaw, tap on the jaw, open the jaw up, roll that around. This with eyes closed, just feel the jaw. Let the face relax. And put the hands back down into comfortable posture and let them settle out. Right here, few nice full inhalations, nice full exhalations. Then let the breath find its own rhythm. Keep allowing the body to open up and settle down with each inhalation and exhalation. And keep allowing the breath to smooth out and to feel into a comfortable rhythm. No need to do anything really, just get out of the way and let the body do its thing. And with the next inhalation, bring the attention into the heart area and just feel breathing in the heart area. And imagine that you're breathing in kindness and warmth and care. You're feeling into the whole body sitting in a posture of caring attention. And for the next little while, let's do our best to stay out of the thought world and keep inviting comfort and ease in the present moment. And when the mind wanders away and you notice, how kindly can you invite attention back inside the body, breathing, and encourage comfort and ease. And with the next exhale, letting go of the instruction and just settling back into a comfortable posture, resting here in the present moment. And feel the body sitting here on the chair, on the ground, held up by Mother Earth. And feel the space around the body, how the body has as much room as it needs to breathe and be. And then drop in the awareness of all of us sitting here with you, and you sitting here with us. Each of us making room for ourselves and each other. This is a field of goodwill. Breathe and let the organism register that. Breathe and appreciate our great good fortune to be sitting here with each other. Thank you all for your practice. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Let me stop the recording, give y'all permission to